Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to a very special video. Today, I want to talk to you about an idea I've had for Football Manager, and I'm hoping a few people at Sports Interactive also sort of see this idea. And one of the biggest problems I see with Football Manager, especially getting new players, new blood into the game, is just how much there is to the game. It's a giant spreadsheet manager. There is so much on the screen at any one time, and there's no tutorial in the game, and all there is those sort of question marks. And even the question marks, there's tons of them. And if you're a new player going into this game, like right now, I obviously play the game for years, so I know what's going on. But if I was a new player, I don't think I'd bother to learn it. I think it's just blinded of too much information. So what I've done today is made a little video clip of, it's very rough and there's lots of mistakes and stuff. It's just to give you an idea of how I do a tutorial for Football Manager for new players to have a little go at. Sort of script heavy, sort of almost role-playing aspect of it. So I'll show you the clip now and then we'll talk a little bit about it afterwards. Welcome to the club, Gaffer. My name's Loki, your assistant manager. We've got no time to lose. We've got a friendly tomorrow, so the introductions of the team's going to have to wait. Let's get straight into training and organise it for next week. So here is an overview of all the training. What we can do here is change the general training for the week and also the match tactics, and then we'll head on over to the game. So here is the sort of tactics overview screen, but we haven't really got time to go through all the players because you don't know the players well enough at the moment. I suggest changing the tactic, setting the formation to 4-4-2. So I know you haven't had time to meet all the players and work out a team yet, so I'd advise you to hit the quick pick button. That'll allow me to pick the players for this tactic. So before we head into the match, you need to give a team talk. Let me do the first one and then you can sort of take over at half time. Well done, Gaffer. That was a really good first half. Let's tell the team we're very pleased with how they've done so far. It looks like Shalabar is absolutely knackered. Let's bring on Ziegler. We're doing really well, Gaffer, but they're going attacking now. So let's switch to counter-attacking so we've got men behind the ball. There's only a few minutes left of our first pre-season game, Gaffer, and I think we've been playing really well. But what I think we need to do now is just make sure we're playing extra defensive. Maybe move the fullbacks to defensive just so we can have a flat-back four. Absolutely fantastic result, Gaffer. I'm very pleased for you. I'll let you do the team talks. I suggest giving a passionate speech and say you're very pleased. Well, there you go, boss. See, this game's not too hard, is it? What I suggest now, we've got a lot of tired legs. That was a tough game for the first game of the season. So what I think we should do is go into the medical centre and have a look, see how the fitness levels of the players are. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that little thing. Like I said, it was just very rough. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what I think the solution. And the main reason why I think this is the best idea for a tutorial to the game is if you look at any other big complex games. I'm a big fan of strategy games, so I've played a lot of tutorials. And in nearly every single case, they don't just throw everything at you. They spoon feed you information and black out everything else around the screen. Like in an RTS, they'll teach you to select a unit. and you can't do anything else. You can't build, you can't do anything, and then they'll teach you to move. And that's what I wanted to do with this tutorial. And obviously that was just a little mini bit of one section of it, but you could do that for the medical centre and the training and maybe going deeper into tactics and scouting and player search. And it might take like maybe half an hour to do the whole tutorial, or maybe you could separate it into sections. So if you just wanted the scouting tutorial, you can just check on that, or the tactics tutorial, you can just have that little bit as a mini sort of 5-minute tutorial, like play along game and stuff like that. That is the way that all the games do their tutorials, because it doesn't give you only got to focus on one thing at a time. You don't have to worry about all the other screens and stuff you have to do. Then we could go onto the squad screen and learn a bit more information about what the different numbers mean and everything like that. And I think if you've got the right actor to do, like the assistant manager, the little like pop-up window person, you can really have some fun with it and make it fun as well as interesting. And then, being a tutorial, you can actually add an element of fun. Maybe you can get someone that used to be a proper manager, or somebody that's or an ex-player that's in the world of football, to talk you through it. I think that'd be amazing. I am available. My acting prowess is second to everyone. But I think it's a really interesting way of doing the tutorial, and you could really flesh it out. And then what you could do in next year's thing, like, so you introduce this tutorial in one of your versions, and then next year, let's say you've added 3 new elements to the game, you could have the standard tutorial, but you could just have a tutorial for the new bits. Because, for instance, in this year's game, the scouting system it's not really that intuitive. It's a bit... It doesn't feel... It has taken a lot of people a lot of time to work out exactly how it all works and everything. And having a little 5-10 minute tutorial for the new scouting system means more. I feel like it eases people into the new game, and I think it's just so much better. And at the moment, Football Manager does great, and it sells a bucket load and all that sort of good stuff. But I think we need to try and find ways of encouraging new players to the game, and I don't think FM Touch is that thing. I know that seems to be what you maybe originally thought of it. But that it still gives you a ton of information, like an overload of information. There's stuff missing from FM Touch that's in the full fat game, but it's still a lot of crap going on all at once. And like I said, those question marks are so dated. If you played any big grand strategy game or 4X game, and it just launched into the game and there was just a bunch of question marks everywhere, you'd probably get a quick Steam refund. I feel like it's absolutely mad. So there is my idea. I'd love to know your thoughts, or in the comments below, expand upon it. Tell me what you think, extra stuff you could do. Have a little input, because I'm hoping Miles and the gang at Sports Interactive will take a look at this. For all I know, they might be working on it. I have no idea. But I think it's a must-have for the future of the game, because every year the game gets more complex by nature. They're not going to take a bunch of stuff away, because we would all complain that the game's been simplified. So I think it's something that needs to be done in the next couple of versions at least, so we can actually bring on this fresh blood. At the moment, you're just kind of having to just learn by just clicking on stuff, making a massive amount of mistakes, and I think it's just going to turn a lot of people off. So, like I said, leave in the comments your ideas or changes and how you do it, etc., and hopefully the Sports Interactive guys will take a look. Thank you very much for watching this. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Gaffer.